people, it's Shannon and welcome back to my channel. Now let's just talk about this for a moment. This is Primark makeup and it literally looks incredible. Now if you want to see how I got this, then just continue to watch because all of these products were so inexpensive and I have no words. I honestly have no words. When I went to Primark, the aircon had broke, so imagine walking off a plane in a hot country and you get that first heat that hits you. That was like shopping around Primark and I could hardly breathe, so I literally grabbed what I could and I managed to do this. If you like this video, then please smash the thumbs up button and subscribe down below, and yeah, let's just get into the video because honestly, so I've just primed my face as I didn't manage to pick up a primer, but now we're going to go in with foundation. And the foundation I'm going to be using is the Double Coverage Matte Foundation, and it says it's a long wear matte finish and it is oil free. I picked up 2 shades purely because the shade range wasn't that great, if I'm being honest. There was probably about 5 or 6 shades. However, for like a Primark foundation, they did have a lot of different types of foundation. Like they had ones for like more oily skin, ones for more dry skin, like they had loads of different finishes and stuff, which is really good. But I picked up the shades Toffee and Nude Beige and hopefully get like a little mixing on to see if it matches my skin good. This might be okay, but I might need to lighten it up a little bit. This was £5 and this kind of reminds me of the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, so I'm really excited to give this a go. See how this colour looks on my hand. I'm honestly hoping that this is going to be okay on its own. I think it might be. It's a bit thicker than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a bit more runny than that, but it's a nice thick consistency and it is a really nice yellow undertone. Like, if you've watched my channel for ages now, you would know that I absolutely hate foundations that are like pinky undertones. So this is literally yellow and it's perfect. I am going to mix a tiny bit of this with it just to lighten it up slightly. But I don't actually think I'm going to need that much. And then obviously I put a ridiculous amount on my hand. That's the only thing with foundations not having a pump. You just end up putting so much. It is quite a thick consistency, I will say that. Put it on my face. It does blend out nicely with a sponge. That is actually such a nice shade for me. I really like it. I'm quite lucky because my skin's kind of in between, maybe a bit more on the drier side sometimes. However, obviously I am really lucky to have clear skin, so a lot of foundations do work good on me. And I'm really liking the finish that this is given. Honestly, I am shook. Like, this foundation is so nice. Like, look how that's like, it just looks so good on my skin, and these 2 shades were a perfect match for me. I don't know how I've managed to match my foundation this good first time, but honestly I love it. And for £5, incredible. Like, so for concealer, I did not actually manage to pick up a concealer and I am so gutted because they didn't have the liquidy concealers. They literally just had the, you know, the stick ones, which I did test out in my previous video, so if you wanted to see that, then definitely check that out. I was so gutted because I really wanted the liquidy one. I know people have been comparing it to the NARS one, so I'm going to go and quickly do my concealer off camera. I'm literally going to be using the Revolution Conceal and Define, so it's still a cheap concealer I'm going to be using, and I'm going to do my eyebrows as well because I didn't get an eyebrow product either. I'm not actually too sure. I didn't even see any eyebrow products in there, so I'm not sure if I just missed it and there was like an eyebrow pencil somewhere. But yeah, so for setting powder, I actually picked up the loose mineral powder, and this is in the shade Porcelain, and this was £2. I spent quite a long time deciding which shade to get, and I'm still not sure if I got the right one. I usually go for a banana powder, but I got the shade Porcelain, so I'm not too sure what this is going to be like on my skin. I'm going to try and bake with it. Now, I don't really know how to bake. I said this in my previous Get Ready With Me video. But for this video, I'm literally just going to be doing my makeup how I would do it, because I feel like that's how I could test it out for myself, because this is how I usually do my makeup, if that makes sense. And yeah, I'm just going to dab some onto my lid. And then I'm just going to dab some onto the end of my sponge and then put it onto my face. I like to bake underneath my eyes, and then I like to use the beauty blender to dab it into like the areas of my skin which will crease the most. So like for my forehead, for example, I just like to dab it in. The shade isn't too bad, it is very pale, but the darker ones were very pink undertone. I've dabbed it into the skin. It does look really nice. It hasn't sort of added any creases or anything where I've dabbed it in, and it has sort of mattified it down, so I do really like that, especially for £2 as well. It looks really good so far. I'll be able to tell fully when I wipe it underneath my eyes, and I'm also going to do a flashback test to see if I get any flashback from this. So I've left it a couple minutes, and now I'm just going to brush away underneath my eyes with my powder brush. Wow, that looks insane. I have got one crease, one slight little crease underneath my eye, but nothing major. That honestly looks so nice. I'm just gonna do a flashback test just to see if this gets any flashback or not. No, we are all good, and my skin looks so clear. This is probably the biggest mugshot ever of me, but my skin looks so clear. And my under eyes look insane. Now moving on to bronzer slash contour. I was really disappointed because I looked everywhere and I could not find any kind of contour palette or any sort of contour shades. Honestly, I looked for hours and I just couldn't find anything. Then I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the foundation stick in like a brownie kind of shade, and they had none. So I've just picked up a bronzer, and this is in the shade Sunset, and again this was £2. This looks like a really nice shade, so we're kind of going to go for a naturally look and not go too crazy with like the contour. I'm going to just bronze up my cheeks and then maybe go a bit more heavier with my contour brush in the crevices of my cheeks. But yeah, we're just going to kind of see where I go with this. This does look like a really nice shade though, so I'm really excited to see how this looks on my skin. Wrong brush. Wow, too much. Blend. It's such a nice shade, although I am having a bit of blending issues with it. It's not blending out as well as I would like it to. It is slowly getting there, but I feel like I'm going to be here for a bit of a while. Although the shade is literally, again, another like perfect shade for me. I'm honestly so shook with all of this makeup so far. It's literally insane, and I'm not joking. Most of these products are literally being moved to my everyday makeup routine because it's just so good. As a bronzer, this is actually quite nice. I can kind of get away with not actually contouring, if that sort of makes sense, because this shade is really nice. Now for blush, there was a couple of blush palettes that had some highlights in, but I wasn't overly keen on the shades. So I just picked up a blush single, and this is in the shade Rosewood, and this shade honestly looks so pretty. Like a really nice nude pinky blush. Though I can tell from the bronzer that this probably is going to have a lot of colour payoff from a little tap, so I'm literally just going to gently tap it. Now this is a really pretty shade, although it is a bit, I'm going to zoom in for you guys to see. This is a really pretty shade, although it is like, for me, for someone who really wears like really light pale blushes, this is like a lot of blush for me, if that makes sense, but it's a really nice colour and I actually really like it. I've got rosy cheeks, but that just could be me personally thinking that. You guys might be watching and thinking, oh no, she looks fine. So we're going to go in with eyeshadow now, and I picked up the Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. This was £8, and when I open it up, you can 100% tell which palette this reminds me of anyway. I'm sure you guys will probably be able to recognise it as well. This palette literally reminds me of the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, or can't remember what it's called, but you guys know what I mean. And this palette honestly looks insane. I am in love with the shades. They've got like a really nice black in there, they've got a taupey colour, some nice browns and some really nice pinky shades and some nice glitters. Oh, and they've also got like a white shade in here as well, which is so perfect to have in a palette. I'm just going to swatch a couple shades because the shade Iced Diamond in the top corner literally looks incredible. That's so pretty. They are a tad on the chalky side though, I will say. I'm gonna try out another one. This one feels a bit better. Ooh, literally incredible. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try a matte shade. I'm just gonna try this matte pink. That one feels very soft. Oh my gosh. They look insane. I'm so excited to get these on my eyes. Obviously, as you can tell by the palette, I'm literally going to be going for like a nudie pink kind of look, which I used to do all the time, so. And I really like how they have the shade names as well on this sheet, so I can kind of tell you guys what I'm going to be doing. Starters, just to go in my crease, I'm going to be going in with the shade Sand Pink, just to kind of, I'll show you. this shade here just to kind of neutralise my crease and give a nice crease colour. Just dab my brush in twice, and there is quite a bit of fallout, actually quite a lot of fallout. Because this eyeshadow palette is so cheap, one thing I'm skeptical about is how easy are these going to be to blend, because I feel like with cheaper eyeshadows they're a bit more difficult to blend. Though that's done quite a nice job of just having a nice crease transition shade. Next off, I'm just going to go straight in with the shade Pink Limit. This is one of the ones I swatched. This is a matte pink shade. Just going to dab that in there. So pretty. And it's blended in so nicely with the first shade, so I'm so happy about that. I just want to go in with the shade Cocoa Puff, which is a bit of a purpley browny kind of number, and I'm just going to use this just to darken up my eye a bit. Bitch, where are you? Now maybe I have to get a bit more on my brush because nothing really came off there. This shade is okay. It's not as dark as I thought it was going to be, but it's not the worst. It's just kind of added a bit of a purpley tinge to my eyes. I've changed my mind, I don't like it. I'm going to go in with the black, but I'm going to do that after this shade because I need to like darken it up a bit with the more pink side of things. So I'm going to go in with the shade Floral Bunch. It has got a bit of a shimmer to it, which I'm not really a great fan of shimmery eyeshadows as just like using it as a normal eyeshadow, if that makes sense. I would prefer to use shimmery eyeshadows as like shimmer shade, but I need to darken up this pink. So I'm going to go in with this, and then I'm going to go in with the black, and then I'm going to do a gold look. I was going to go in with this shade Firecracker, which is a gorgeous burnt orange shade, but I feel like I don't really want to go in with the burnt orange and then go in with the gold. So instead I'm going to go in with the Floral Bunch, and then yeah. I hope this shade is pretty. This shade doesn't have as much fallout. That's literally just made me look like I've been punched in the face. Oh, it's just kind of overpowered all the other shades and it's all kind of just mixed into one. I'm just going to blend that. I've literally just got a really boring pink eye going on. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm just going to go in with the black to deepen up the outer corner of my eye. I'm hoping this is going to give a bit more depth to the eye look to make it, to kind of relive it. The patchiest, chalkiest black going. Oh my god, I really had high hopes for this after the first couple shades, but it could just be me, but this is just really not working as well as I wanted it to. I'm going to go off camera and see what I can do to kind of sort this mess out, and then I'll be back. Okay, so you guys could say it's been a minute because I feel like it's been about 100 years since I've come on camera. I started blending and it took some time and I started getting a bit frustrated, so I just thought I'd quickly just cut my crease and then go in with the gold shade and just get that bit done, because let me just tell you something, this took a while to get to here, but to be fair, now it's done. I actually do really like it. Just sort of cut the crease with the Conceal and Define concealer and went in with the gold shade, kind of went back in with the black to kind of deepen it out, but the pink and the black and the gold does kind of go really nicely together for a really nice cut crease. And now I'm going to go in with mascara. I don't really wear eyeliner. Again, I couldn't really find an eyeliner that I liked, and obviously because I don't wear it a lot, there's just no point trying to ruin my look. So I'm going to go in with mascara and then put some lashes on. One thing I will say about the gold shade, it is literally so gorgeous. It's called Bronze Taupe and it looks like this. I will show you up close. It's really nice. It's 100% better to apply it with your finger. I started applying it with the brush and I was literally like, and then I went in with my finger and it was fine. Really nice shade as you can see, but like I say, you need to kind of get in there. Actually, the only thing that I'm not liking as much from the whole thing, and I think this was actually the most expensive thing as well, this was £8. So for mascara, I actually saw this little guy and this reminded me so much of the Too Faced mascara, so I really wanted to pick it up, and I also really need a new mascara anyway, and I'm really excited to try this out because the before and after of this woman's lashes looks pretty decent. I really like the packaging of this as well. It's kind of like a matte pink packaging, and let's have a little look at the wand. It's quite a fat looking wand, but the bristles look quite sort of tiny, so I'm really excited to see how this looks. I'm just going to quickly curl my lashes before I put the mascara because that's what I always usually do. It'll be quite a buildable lash, so it's not like first time it's going to look amazing, but I feel like if you build it up, it might look okay. Okay, so I've worked a bit with the mascara, and for £3, honestly, I would definitely repurchase it, and I'm definitely using this every single day. It's really, really volumized my lashes and made them thick and look really long as well. I was going to apply some false lashes, but I don't know. I really, really like the vibe that these are giving me. These are kind of giving me a bit of a really natural false lash look, but I don't know if I want the false lashes to kind of make the look pop. I've actually decided to not go in with the false lashes because honestly, my lashes just look insane from that mascara. So I'm just going to keep it kind of natural. For highlight, I actually picked up this highlight that I'm so excited to try. I literally saw it straight away and I was like, gotta get it. This is in the shade Brunch Club, and obviously as you're about to tell, this literally is the highlighter dupe, literally. And the shade is insane, right up my street, really white but with a gold tinge. I couldn't think of anything more perfect in a highlighter. Get it on my face. Gonna swatch it. Literally good. Oh my gosh, that literally looks incredible. Now it is a bit more on the powdery side, like a bit, is bitty the right word, if that kind of makes sense, but once you sort of start blending it out, it literally goes into a really nice shade and looks really natural. God, that's so pigmented. As I'm putting it on, I can kind of see like loads of like powder like coming off my face. That's the only thing I will say. It is quite powdery. This was actually £2.50. £2.50, that is honestly a bargain. I'm getting like so carried away with the highlighter right now. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so for lips, I actually picked up this little mini matte liquid lip set, and I got 4 colours in here, and they all literally look insane, and I was unsure to what look this was kind of going to turn out like, so I wanted to have a bit of an option, and this was £4, and these are literally perfect to go in your handbag as well because they are obviously minis. I'm not really too sure what shade I'm going to go for. I'm kind of going to go for a nude lip. I'm going to swatch all 4 of these for you guys so you guys can kind of see. So this is, oh my god, that literally looks incredible. Which shade is this? Yeah, they actually don't have shade names unless I'm blind. This is one of the shades, it's really pretty. This one's a bit more of a darker mocha kind of shade. Yeah, that's basically like a brown. That's maybe not my vibe. This one, it looks a bit more on the pinky side. Yeah, that's a proper baby pink shade. That's really, really pretty. Although I don't think I'm going to have that shade with this look. Although this is really, really pretty pink. And this one, again, is a bit more of a darker nude, I want to say. Ooh. That's a really nice shade as well. I feel like the bottom and the top shade are my 2 favourite shades. And I think I'm going to go for the top shade as in like a nice nude lip. With these as well, because they're quite similar shades, you could create a really nice like ombre lip with these. Although I'm not good enough to be able to do that, so I'm not going to do it. But it's just a thought. These glide on the lips really, really nicely as well. They feel really like lightweight. I don't really wear lipstick that much, so obviously I'm not a pro at applying it, but I can honestly say that this is applying really easily and really nicely. Oh my god, it smells like vanilla. So pang. I basically just started filming the outro and then completely forgot that I actually missed a whole product, and this is the Glow Intensity like glowing spray, and I really want to try the Iconic London spray, but just haven't got around to purchasing that £20 spray that I'm not sure if I'm even going to like or not. And I saw that Primark had this for £4, and I literally managed to pick up the last one. And when I mean the last one, I mean I probably would have gone for the lighter shade, but they only had the dark one left, and I really, really wanted to try this out, and I'm so excited to. I'm kind of do a couple of sprays just to kind of get it going. I'm really nervous. I've never tried one of these sprays before. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shake. I'm just gonna do like, oh my god, really like, doesn't really smell of anything, but that was really powerful, if that makes sense. That was like a really, oh, I need to, that was a really powerful, no. Right, I'm just gonna dab it down with my beauty blender. Once you've dabbed it in, it looks okay, but when you first apply it, it is it's a really powerful spray. Like, it's not like a mist, and then it's really, really like watery bubbles on your face. Once you blend it in with like your beauty blender or whatever, it looks a lot better. But at first I was like, what have I just done? Have I ruined my face? But now it's alright, so it's cool. Anyway, this is the overall makeup look. I have to say my favourite product is probably the lip product, because I don't usually wear lipstick a lot, but this feels so nice on my lips. It applied perfectly. It hasn't kind of like split, so you wouldn't need a lip liner for this. I'm honestly so shook about these, like so shook. The eyeshadow palette was probably my least favourite thing out of everything, but for Primark makeup, this honestly is incredible. Like, I cannot believe how like inexpensive all this stuff is, and my face looks pretty good. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you subscribe down below if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!